What's going on, everybody? I'm Grim.
I'm Jolt King 627.
I'm Vile Mods.
And I'm KT of Family Foam Sport.
We are your hosts, and welcome to PNNN. This episode, we have a wide variety of topics in store for you today, and I can't wait to tell you about them with all my good friends. But first, to help our ever-ongoing journalistic endeavors, be sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button so you can always be up to date on the Nerf news. Alright folks, it's time to get in the zone for some primetime news. Dartzone has unveiled the Dartzone Pro Mark IV, a half-dart only primary class springer launching in July and currently available for pre-order. The Mark IV is Dartzone's first blaster to offer a version exclusive to their early access Dartzone Vault mailing list as a light blue Vault exclusive with simultaneous general availability in Dartzone's more typical red. Coming in at a price point of $180 United States dollars, the Mark IV is the Pro line's new flagship, promising adjustable performance via two included swappable springs and a sealed barrel extension similar to the Deuce Pros. Dartzone claims the blaster can be adjusted from 120 FPS to upwards of 200 FPS. On Dartzone's podcast, Blaster Chat, the host described the Mark IV with its adjustability as the everyman blaster, and explained that 200 FPS is around the max performance they can advertise a blaster out of the box before the legal categorization of the product changes. They hinted at, however, that the Mark IV can achieve numbers higher than 200 FPS using a 1.6mm spring and a 20mm spacer. The Mark IV includes some features that are new to Dartzone's library, including half-dart exclusivity, a plunger tube window to check priming status, and the lack of a buffer tube stock, as well as some unusual choices like the lack of a dog bone or skinny pusher. On the podcast, it was suggested that skinny pushers were avoided due to airflow restrictions causing problems with the lighter spring. To allow for removal of the magazine while the blaster is primed, they have instead opted to design a new magazine with flexible feed lips. The blaster also includes other accessories including spring-loaded sights and an injection-molded scar barrel that can be used instead of the FPS booster barrel and can be stored in the butt of the stock. The stock appears to be secured via an N-Strike stock latch with two screws to ensure it doesn't come off in-game. While we don't yet know how well it will stack up to its competitors, I for one am excited to see so many new options in the competitive primary springer space as of late. Hopefully this new Dartzone entry will lead to more innovation in hobby designs.
Along with Dartzone's new flagship blaster comes a new dart, the Bamboo 2X. While cosmetically similar to the previous model of bamboo darts with a new coloration, the Bamboo 2X is advertised as an evolution of the existing bamboo dart, designed with accuracy in mind. Dartzone used the second episode of their podcast to advertise the dart, dedicating the entire show length to dart discussion. In this episode, Brennan explained that the existing bamboo design weighs 0.75 grams, while the Bamboo 2X is 0.85 grams. Additional weight meant to improve accuracy at a slight FPS cost, creating a middle ground between the previous bamboo model and straight-bodied Ember and Ruby darts. It'll be interesting to look back on these claims in the future once the hobby gets their hands on these new darts to test them, but I'm just impressed that we're at a point where larger companies are even considering manufacturing super specialized darts.
Ever since it came out, the Worker Nightengale has been a huge success. Already there have been numerous body kits and even some replacement flywheels made for it, so what could come next? Well, the answer is apparently full auto. Worker will be offering a new full auto version of the Nightengale in white, blue, and orange. There will also be a kit version to retrofit your old semi-auto Nightingales, including pieces to make up the difference in the shell. Additionally, there will be a new white colorway of the original semi-auto Nightengale.
Blasterface, the engineer for GameFace, has a new Thingiverse page where he's hosting a plethora of alternate parts for the Trion, including a third stock variant, vertical pump grip, carry handle, barrel swap kit, and even a pistol grip with spacer storage. It's exciting to see official alternative parts coming from the creator of a popular new blaster. This will allow users to customize the ergo and colors to their liking. Hopefully this will become a regular place to find parts for future GameFace blasters. Look for the Thingiverse link down in the description.
German designer of 3D printable blaster mod parts, Foam.Blasted has released a new chronograph design made just for the Nerf hobby. Using a combination of Arduino code, some hardware, and a 3D printable shell, you can build your very own chronograph at home. While the chronograph isn't yet being sold, files for both the Arduino code and the shell are currently available online, with the code being open source. All information you need on where to find the code, files for the shell, and all parts required can be found on Foam.Blasted's printable page, which will be linked in the description down below. This is a pretty unique and cool project. I wonder if he's been working on anything else lately.
Well, wouldn't you know it, it seems that Foam.Blasted has also been collaborating with Maritime Foam on a project that should brighten the day of all the people in our comments asking about Mega XL news every episode. This one's for y'all. The Gauntlet XL is a 3D printed Mega XL flywheeler that can be mounted on a rail, attached to a pistol grip, or, as he originally conceived it, wrist mounted with a palm trigger. Maritime Foam has been publicly sharing his early concepts of this blaster since mid-2022, and Foam.Blasted has been turning his concepts into properly designed files that are nearly ready for release. Based on the video we've seen so far, it appears to run on 3S LiPo and has an inline hopper system that holds 2 Mega XL darts. It fits on his adult arm, but kids can use it as well. While you can't get files or finished blasters yet, you can listen to tomorrow's PNNN podcast, where we'll have Maritime Foam on as a guest to tell us more about this super exciting and unique project and the collaborative process that brought it to fruition. Be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it, and check the links to Maritime Foam's channel and Foam.Blasted's Etsy shop in the description.
In some silly news, Sillybutts has released the Cynthia, a 3D printed customizable bolt-action primary class Springer. Cynthia has many of the quality-of-life features we've now come to expect with this type of blaster, such as quick-swap barrels and springs. The design is powered by Talonclaw T4 or long-shot style springs, including the wide variety of Silver Fox Industries X-Series springs. FPS will vary on configuration, but should be on par with similar T4-type blasters. In this release, Sillybutts has included a wide variety of extra files to customize the blaster how you see fit, including files for both right and left-handed users, variation on the cheek rest, butt plate, mag release, front shroud, and trigger, along with a thumb hole stock and varying amounts of rail for your tactical accessories. I really like this design, and I already have a few friends who want to build one. It really feels like a solid improvement on Captain Slug's original bolt action, the Indra. The STL files are freely available on Silly's GitHub. Hardware kits are currently available at Silver Fox Industries and Out of Darts with a base price point of $45. Printed parts are not yet available, but will be both at Silver Fox Industries and Out of Darts in the future. Links to the aforementioned files and hardware kits can be found in the description below.
Many have cried out to the major brands for a half-dart drum magazine, and finally, the call has been answered by a hobby designer. Ezekiel, aka EZE, has released the Mythical drum mag with 51, 53, and 55 dart capacity configurations. This fully custom design is wild to see in action. Because it uses a lot of custom and unique springs and parts that Ezekiel had to design his own custom CNC jig for, this is definitely not a cheap mag. Currently, fully built units are available at a discounted release price, so if you're interested, you might want to consider picking one up right away. Some assembly is required, and I definitely suggest watching EZE's guides before you take the plunge. While the color options for the main body of the pre-built drum are pretty basic, you can purchase the STLs to print off the mag's exterior and order the internals and loading key separately. I've personally been following the development for this drum mag for a while, and despite the challenging aspects of the designs, I am super pumped to see its release. Links are all down in the description.
There have been a few Humans vs. Zombies events announced in recent days, so I'm going to give them all to you back to back, and for once, they're not all in the US. Starting in the eastern US, RIT HVZ at the Rochester Institute of Technology in Rochester, New York has moved the date of their public invitational event to April 23rd from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. RIT's HVZ scene is large and well established, with 110 FPS hard cap for all blasters except Mega XL and Vortex, which are capped at 75. If you're interested, you'll want to hit up their Discord for the event details, rules, and more. Moving out west, we have West vs. Zombies 3 Bigger Sky Country at Montana State University in Bozeman, Montana from July 14th to 16th. This is their first event back since 2019 and looks like a lot of fun. Check their Facebook page for more info and their website for registration. If you're in Europe, you'll want to check out the Mermaid's Curse, an HVZ event being held at UAB, the Autonomous University in the city of Barcelona in Catalonia, Spain on April 21st. This one looks super cool with a unique mermaid and pirate theme. You'll want to start at their Instagram at HVZ_UAB, where they have a ton of information available. Yar, good luck out there, mateys. As always, info links for all these events is down in the description.
Today on the mod spotlight, we have an incredible collaboration build between Grim Reaper 2458 and Iron Gopher. The blaster is named Brittle Star, and it has to be one of the most beautiful integrations I have ever seen. The integration and bodywork was done by Grim, while the paint and greebles were done by Gopher. The integration itself was inspired by Mr. Nathan's Jackal and is comprised of many different blasters, including Strife, Raven, Magstrike, Longshot Front Gun, and even a Ravonix 360. It's even got a little one-shot master key made from a Buzzbeat Air Max Extreme 1. Internally, Brittle Star is rocking a 43.5mm Daybreak cage, Fang revamp motors, and N-War 2022 Cyclone wheels. The already great-looking integration is really brought to life by Gopher's incredible paintwork and weathering. A huge congratulations to both Grim and Gopher. This thing turned out so well. If you want to learn more about Brittle Star, Grim has a whole series of videos about it on their YouTube channel. They go into a lot more detail in those videos than I could here, so I highly recommend you check them out. And drop them a sub while you're at it. Link will be in the description.
And that's it for the news. In case you missed it earlier, we will have Maritime Foam on as our podcast guest this episode, so be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it tomorrow. Thank you as always to our awesome contributors over on the Discord. If you'd like to get involved in the news, be sure to check out that Discord link down below. More eyes and ears means we get more news stories and more details to factor into our reporting. We especially need help keeping track of new major events. And of course, please like this video, let us know what you think about all of this down in the comments, and share us with your foam flinging friends. We'll see you tomorrow in the podcast, and we'll be back again in 2 weeks with another episode.
Try to get this done quickly, because I need to get to bed. Becoming an old man. Shut up, KT, you know all about it.
Comes a new dart, the Bambo.
Using a 1.6 spring and a, darn it, my mouth keeps running faster than my actual voice can keep up. Or rather, is it my voice is moving faster than my mouth can keep up? Who's to say?
Last one.
Shut up, bird. The blaster is...
We're just gonna clip that two together. I don't even give a Fine.
Stop.